They allow you to see and interact with your loved ones, but there are newly proposed changes to the law that allows you to install those cameras.
So you might remember the News 5 investigators were instrumental in coverage of Esther's Law. Steve Piskor from Northeast Ohio thought his mother was being abused in a nursing home, so he installed a hidden camera that caught the abuse. It all led to Esther's Law, named after Steve's mother. And tonight, News 5 investigator Jonathan Walsh following through with new legislation that could change Esther's Law in a big way.
Yeah, well, guys, it's been an interesting ride for a couple of bills, one from the Ohio House, one from the Ohio Senate, both wanting to expand Esther's Law, but a major change to this one right here, the Senate bill, has Steve Piskor upset. Steve Piskor remembers his mother, Esther, putting the family first.
You know, a loving mother for the kids and the grandkids, and did whatever she could for them.
When he caught abuse against Esther with a hidden camera in her nursing home,
it's really tough, you don't know what to do.
What he did do over numerous years is get Esther's Law eventually passed here in Ohio, where loved ones can put cameras in nursing home rooms.
There's no question about that cameras help. We're seeing things that's actually happening,
Since then, Steve's been helping other states with camera legislation, and he's gotten complaints from Ohioans who say some nursing homes have taken away their cameras. In fact, the Ohio Department of Health followed up on one of those complaints last month. This inspection report cited Grand Oaks and Oakwood Village after the administrator removed a camera from a resident's room for what the nursing home called non-compliance with policy. However, inspectors wrote the facility provided no documented evidence that would justify the abrupt removal of the camera. The daughter of the Grand Oaks resident reported that she had numerous recorded incidents of staff yelling at or mistreating the resident, and staff blocking the camera by placing towels over it and so forth. But those events were lost because the SD card from the camera was missing when the facility returned the device to her.
That's totally illegal. The camera is personal property.
At one point, a Senate bill introduced recently wanted to expand Esther's Law to allow cameras in assisted living facilities.
Actually, some of those folks end up in the same kinds of situations.
Senator Catherine Ingram from Cincinnati is the bill's primary sponsor.
It makes guardians and loved ones feel a whole lot better. It also takes the place of not having a visitor.
But over in the Ohio House, a bill co-introduced by Representative Miller from Northeast Ohio wants to expand to assisted living, but also allow those who run the homes to have more control over the cameras if they choose to provide the cameras. She tells us organizations like the Ohio Healthcare Association that represents nursing homes and assisted living businesses helped with the bill's language.
I'm not an expert in this space. I don't run a facility, and so that's where it's important to bring these folks to the table to see, when it comes to implementation, how this works.
We asked Steve about Representative Miller's bill, and does that protect residents?
No, actually, the way we made this law is so that the nursing home would have as little to do with the law as possible.
Steve originally told us he liked Senator Ingram's bill, and Senator Ingram even said,
I don't want whatever that House bill is to give the providers more leeway. No, that's just not fair to people.
But now, with new changes, both bills look similar, giving additional rights to elderly care businesses, saying if a long-term care facility does not provide the camera, then the resident may select any electronic monitoring device.
Not wanting to give more power to the facilities, but there needs to be a balance.
Whoever owns the camera owns the footage of it too. It's like whoever takes the picture owns the copyright to it. That's the same thing with video too.
The Ohio Department of Health tells us for the many violations in this inspection of Grand Oaks, including it failed to report alleged abuse, neglect, and misappropriation, then failed to thoroughly investigate allegations, and the Esther's Law citation, ODH fined the home $5,000. We asked Grand Oaks several times for a sit-down interview. This will be my third and final call. Grand Oaks gave no response. In the meantime, Steve says he now opposes the Senate bill and hopes to get more hearings so you can voice your thoughts about the cameras before legislators take a break for the summer.
We were very specific saying that this camera is not to catch abuse, it's to stop abuse.
All right, so these proposed bills address costs of camera installations, fees, and Wi-Fi service, but Steve tells us he's concerned about the Wi-Fi language too, and says he will continue his fight for more camera access and family control. Guys.